Good morning. My name is Scott Deason, and today I want to talk to you about a topic that is very contentious on both sides of the political aisle. Regardless of your beliefs, this topic has been brought up over the past few years, and it's something I think we need to stop trying to avoid the big elephant in the room and really address. And the topic is, should citizens in this country who receive government assistance be required to submit to drug testing to continue receiving that assistance? And generally when that's brought up, I get a hush over the room. But I'm going to ask you a question. Everybody in this public speaking class is generally in it for two reasons. One, they're getting their education so they can enter the workforce. Or two, they're continuing their education so it will help in their advancement of their chosen profession. And those of us who are in the workforce, we go to work every day and we earn a salary. And there's a percentage of that salary that is taxed, and that tax funds your local, state, and federal budgets. And within those budgets, there are programs that are made available to citizens who are in dire straits and having tough times to help them get on their feet. And I do believe that this country needs programs to help our fellow man. I think the very basis of what this country was formed on is to help one another. But somewhere along the way, the system got broke, and it appears that there are not enough programs to help someone get off of government assistance and be self-supported. There are about 324 million people in the United States of America. Basically, 20% of those are on some form of government assistance. That's almost 65 million people. Now, during the economic downturn, there was about 6.5 million people that were on unemployment benefits. As of this past March, that number has decreased to approximately 1.85 million people. It's the lowest number in 44 years, since 1974, the lowest number of people that have received unemployment benefits. Those benefits can last up into 26 weeks. I want you to think about your job and the requirements your employer puts on you. You're taxed, and your employer can make you go and get a random drug test. Should the citizens who benefit for unemployment or other government assistance of which you fund not be held at that same standard? I will argue that the workforce in this country, in the United States, is held at a higher standard than the unemployed workforce. I recently spoke to a young mother in a housing project. She had dreams of everybody else as a child and wanted to have a career and have a life. And as it would happen, she became pregnant as a young teenager and had 4 children over the next 10 years. And I asked her, I said, what is your goal in life? What profession do you want to enter? And she said, well, honestly, now I receive $1,500 a month from the government, and I receive housing, and I receive food stamps. I cannot replace that income on my limited education. And there lies the problem, I do believe. I do believe we have to create programs to help people not be dependent on the government, but be able to support their own family. Statistics would show that 37% of people that do not graduate high school are on government assistance. 21% who graduate high school are on some form of government assistance, and only 9% that have 1 or more years of college are on it. The key is continuing your education, having the family values and the work ethic to be instilled in our children at a very early age, and not expect someone along the way or some program to help them survive. We must instill in the next generation to be able to live and function in a family unit without government assistance. Thank you.